Welcome back, everyone, to Pontus Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 2, Episode 1 of War of the Rings, and we're playing with the War of the Rings expansion, the Lords of Middle-earth. So we just did our setup video. We've got everything pretty much set up. I just wanted to swap out the... So we've got the original cards that come with the ring bearers and the different characters, but in the War of the Rings Lord of the Middle-earth expansion, there are alternate versions of them. For example, you see Gandalf the Grey, they say the Grey Wanderer. And then in the new set, they say Keeper of Narnia. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap those out, and we'll replace those cards with the new versions. This also gives us the ability to do some different rules where the Fellowship characters can start off in different positions. We'll still start them off together, but just want to put those in there. And we've also included in the additional hero cards, Galadriel, Elrond, and the shadow figures, shadow cards, so Balrog, etc. So let's go into, let's jump into it. We'll start off with the dice. So the shadow player starts off with 7 dice, and then these 3 come into play when the various Saruman and various other minions and lesser characters come into play. For the Fellowship character, we'll remove 2 dice for Aragorn and Gandalf the White. And then we'll also include the red dice for Gandalf as the keeper of Narya, the Ring of Power for the elves. So let's get out our turn sheet, and we will jump right into turn number 1. Before we start, quick shout out to Pontus Fathom Press, William Mitchell's Dead Sons 11, Locksmen of Quanta, 2-volume set of the Quantum Locksmen saga, sci-fi a la Doctor Who, the original H.G. Wells time traveler, end of the world, end of the universe, and the keepers of the quantum rules. Check it out. It helps us support the channel. We're not monetized right now, so we're looking to get to 1,000 subscribers. So your comments, your likes, your subscription really help us out. Okay, so thank you, and let's jump into turn 1. So the game turn, phase 1, is we recover action dice and draw event cards. So let's go ahead and draw those event cards. Just to let you guys see, I went ahead and put all the reserve characters, all the reserve miniatures, for the Free People's player as well as for the Shadow player. Now obviously I'm playing the solo today, so I'm playing both, but we've got those on the side here. We've also got the minis from the expansion set. If you want to go check out our miniature painting, we've done a miniature painting for Lords of Middle-earth as well as for the whole set, so you can check that out in the links below as well. So let's draw those action event cards. So we get 2 for Shadow. We get 2 for the Free Peoples. And we'll check them out. So Free Peoples have 3 rings for the Elven Kings and Rangers of the North. And the Shadow Forces have Mustering of a Long-Planned War and the Lore of the Elven Rings. So kind of put those on the side for now. And I will get us ready for our die roll. So we'll start out with 1 allocated die for the hunt, and we'll just roll all of these together. We're not going to, in the Fellowship phase, we don't declare the Fellowship, so that's fine. So we'll just, it looks like a great roll. We got a couple of leader character dice, and we've got an additional eye for the hunt here. So yeah, let's get into it. So first off, let's move the Fellowship. We'll just move here. We'll put the die on the side there. When I played Season 1, you've got to go and see all my videos. All my videos from the Season 1 gameplay. I've got a great viewer that's gone ahead and commented on all the mistakes I made. So go check that out, and thanks again for that. So let's just move the Shadow player. Like I was even doing things like had the token flipped, things like that, whatever. So okay, so I'm moving the Fellowship 1. with that die, and we'll put that temporarily in the hunt so we can pass over to the shadow player. And we've got 2 army, 2 muster, 3 army, and 2 muster. So shadow player can go ahead and do a political track. So they're going to go ahead and spend a political, spend a muster. Sorry, they need to spend a muster for that. So muster gets spent, and they're going to move. They'll all be at the first stage away from at war, so they get their first muster event like that. So the turn goes back to the Free Peoples. They've got these 2 kind of wild cards here, and they also have another movement here. So I think what I'll do is I'll have, well, we've got this second roll here, so let's go ahead and have one more move from the Fellowship. And now they can roll that hunt, so they get to roll 2 dice looking for 6s. A hunt and a hunt. Oh! The Fellowship is revealed. Oh no, so soon. The Fellowship is revealed. So I've got to show where the Fellowship is. So let me just read on Fellowship revealed here. The Fellowship is revealed. When the Fellowship is revealed, turn the Fellowship progress counter to revealed, and the Free People's player must move the ring bearers except that this movement can never end in a region containing a Free People's stronghold. So they're also vulnerable to attack. So let's have the Fellowship move. Well, they've moved 2. So I'm guessing that they've moved... Let's have them have moved 1 and 2, I guess. Yeah, so they're kind of halfway between the elves there. Okay, so they've done their move. Back to the Fellowship player again. This time they will, I believe they can go back into hiding again. Or I guess after muster, we reveal where they are, but then they're back in hiding again. This is like the last known place, right? So you can let me know in the comments if that's not exactly right, but yeah. Oh, we can hide the Fellowship. So that will be our second character move. There is hide the Fellowship. We can move that. As another action. Okay, so then next up is the shadow player can go with another army move, and let's have them move from North Dunland to South Dunland as their army move. And yeah, back to the Fellowship player. So we've got 2 dice left. We've got a muster and a Will of the West. So we'll go ahead and again we'll move our, I think just to be safe, we'll use our Will of the West to be another army, and we're going to move 1 space up toward them. So they've moved up toward them just in case there's some kind of shenanigans there. Okay, so next, so elves have left Lorien and gone up to the Dimrill Dale just in case the Fellowship gets in trouble. Okay, so next up we go to our shadow player again. They will do another diplomatic action, and they will send Sauron to war. So the forces of Sauron will go to war. I just want to get the right icon. The forces of Sauron are this one. So Sauron is now at war. So that's huge. Let's move that dice out. Last die for the Free People's player. It's going to be a muster. And they also can do a diplomatic action. They will move the elves one step closer to war. And they are finished with their pieces. Shadow player has 2 more. They get to do a muster again. They will also move another to war. And finally, an army movement will have them move this army down here. And that will be their last move. And I think that is just about doing it for turn number 1. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave your comments, like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.